Hey guys, and welcome to Crypto Simplified, where I try and answer questions that I've either been asked myself or I've seen around the web. This week we are going to be covering Ethereum related questions, starting with an easy one.
Does the capitalization matter in an Ethereum address?
No, Ethereum addresses are not case sensitive. The casing is actually used by some wallets to perform a checksum match to make sure that the place you're sending it to actually exists, but it really doesn't matter. I've seen quite a few people now questioning whether or not it matters when they've copy and pasted an address into a wallet and it's lowercased everything. It doesn't matter at all.
What is the Ethereum proposal EIP-1559?
EIP-1559 was a proposal that got accepted as a way to fix the rising transaction costs on the Ethereum network. The way it's going to work is essentially it will set a baseline fee that will fluctuate depending on how many transactions are on the network at any given time. It will also burn some of the fee to combat the inflationary effect that Ethereum has. This won't make it deflationary. There will not be enough ETH burned to actually cause deflation. However, it will be enough to offset some of the inflation. Put simply, what this means is that users, instead of having to bid to get their transaction verified using the fee, which is currently leading to people overpaying wildly to get their transactions verified at peak times, there will just be a market rate that will just fluctuate and keep things nice and simple.
What is a 51% attack?
This one kind of goes hand in hand with the previous one because they've been in the news a lot lately, but a 51% attack is when an individual or pool has 51% of the hashing power of the entire network. This would be pretty bad for everyone because if an individual or a pool has 51% of the hashing power, it essentially means that they would be the sole validator of all transactions on the network. This means that they could stop transactions being processed, or even worse, they could actually reverse transactions that have happened while they were the sole validator, allowing for double spending. The reason that miners are threatening to do this is just as a show of force to show that they could do it if EIP-1559 goes ahead. But all this is really doing is just accelerating the move towards Ethereum 2.0.
What is ETH 2.0?
ETH 2.0 is an upgrade to the existing Ethereum blockchain, which is going to bring a whole slew of new improvements in terms of scalability, performance, and fees. Now, the two main changes to ETH 2.0 are the move away from proof of work and move into proof of stake, and also sharding. Currently, Ethereum uses proof of work. Now, what this means is that miners are using their hashing power to solve algorithms to verify transactions on the network. Proof of stake, on the other hand, allows individuals who are holding that coin to stake their coins to validate transactions on the network. What this means is that they are locking their coins behind a contract and they will receive rewards depending on how many coins they've locked. Now, this obviously protects against a 51% attack because not only would someone have to amass 51% of all Ethereum on the network, but by performing said attack, they would be devaluing their own Ethereum. So there would be no incentive for someone to do it. But there's also incentive for people who are holding Ethereum to stake it and become part of the network and become a validator. Now, the second change that's coming with ETH 2.0 is sharding, and this is quite simple. It just means splitting the single chain into multiple little blockchains so that each validator only has to deal with the information in their shard. This obviously makes things much faster because they're not having to process all of the data, just their shard. Validators on these individual chains will be shuffled around to make sure that there is no malicious validators messing with one particular chain. I hope you've enjoyed the first episode of Crypto Simplified. If there's any questions you want me to ask in future, leave them down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Thanks. Bye.